Hello and welcome, terrific Taurus. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do your September horoscope. Well, you are very lucky in that you have very fortunate stars for your career this month. I will talk about that later in this video. Just very briefly, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. I do my horoscope videos a little bit differently to some other people that do astrology. What I do, I draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month, and I like to have a clairvoyant vision before I turn them over. Then we'll have a look at what's happening with Mars going retrograde, and then we'll have a look at your horoscope, and I'll finish up with some channeling and more psychic visions at the end. Okay, so let's go and pick those 2 cards now and see what the universe has in store for you. Terrific Taurus. Okay, that one there is really calling me. Okay, closing my eyes now, and what do I see? I see a big clock, and they're saying that timing's very important. Okay, it's nearly time. It's actually like 3 p.m. I don't know if that's significant to you in any way, but I know that timing is very important. This could be a significant month for you, terrific Taurus. Okay, the card that comes up is the 7 of Cups. Okay, this is about setting your boundaries this month. It is time to say no if people are expecting too much of you, and especially if you're expecting too much of yourself. You might be really pushing yourself in some way, and it might be time to say no, enough is enough. This is what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. It can mean conflict sometimes when you set your boundaries and people have to readjust their expectations. They don't always like that, but that's okay. You can do it and it's perfectly fine. Let's have a look at the second theme card for the month. Going with that one. Closing my eyes now, what do I see for Taurus? The white door opening up in front of me, and then one on the right side closing. That means closing off something to do with either a male energy or something that is analytical, something that requires you to think over and over and over again. Maybe you're just tired of overthinking things. I'm out in space now, and it's like I'm on the ISS, or looking at the ISS, the space station. And I see comets flashing past, and that usually means like a fortunate sign in the heavens. I don't know, I haven't actually checked if there's any sort of major comets this month, but it's often meaning that there's some good luck around, or something significant, and this is like a sign or a portent. Okay, the card I see, wow, is the 10 of Swords. This is the ending of a situation, and that might be the closing of the door that I saw, involving a male energy, or something to do with being overthinking, analysing too much, your thoughts driving you nuts basically. Can't sleep at night because your thoughts are going round and round in circles. Okay, this does suggest that it could be a little bit painful. Obviously, knives in the back generally are. It could be someone talking behind your back, a sense of betrayal or disappointment with that. But one thing's for sure, it is the end of something and you're going to take action. The good thing is that there's actually a lot of butterflies, and because it's the 10, it is sort of indicating that there's a new cycle coming, and you're finished with something. Okay, so that's your second theme card, and now what I want to do is just talk about, very briefly, we'll talk about Mars going retrograde, and then we'll have a look at your look at your horoscope. I'll just set this up so I can use it. Okay, so Mars is generally full of motivation and really encourages us to go forward. But because it is actually retrograde, it appears like it's going backwards in the sky. And that's from the 9th of September until the 14th of November. So you could be full of energy before the 9th of September, but then you find, if you start something, the energy may sort of drop off a bit, and then it might be a struggle to continue on. The thing about planets when they're retrograde, it's designed to shake us up and, really make us pay attention. And when they go direct again, any important decisions that we've made, we might have to go back and revisit those important decisions, okay, or something changes when the planet goes direct again. Okay, you could be feeling frustrated in this time, and any emotions that come up, you'll have to deal with them and really keep your eye on your frustration and irritability levels. As I was just saying, important to delay important decisions, okay, if you can. It is a great time to review your life, however, if you find that you've got a lot of turbulent emotions coming up. Go right back and see if you can pinpoint where they come from. There's a point of creation for all of this frustration, and if you can go back and work on that, release all of that energy back at the original point of creation, then you'll be a lot better off in the future, and you won't have these things coming up sort of bothering you. You can get rid of that pattern once and for all. Okay, so it's a great time to review your life and your general direction. Okay, so let's go back to your horoscope now, and I'll talk you through it. So from the 6th of August to the 6th of September, Venus is in your 3rd house here. This is wonderful for cooperating with your neighbours, socialising around your local area, going to cultural events and things like that. With Venus there, it's like everything's friendly and harmonious, and in the 3rd house it's all about communications. If you are studying, having Venus there helps smoothen the load. 18th of August to the 5th of September, Mercury is here in your 5th house of creativity, romance, entertainment and amusements. You might be doing some creative writing, and there could be new ventures involving entertainment and amusements. Could also be communications, because 5th house is to do with romance and the world of the child. You could hear information about a child, or specifically in your family too, because you've got Venus here in the family. So there could be something going on with children in your family, which is pleasant. It's also about romances, so it's a lot of communications and activities in young love. Okay, and added to that, from the 21st of August to the 22nd of September, we've got the Sun also in the 5th house. Brings a lot of happiness, brings insight and awareness to situations. So if you're looking, for romance, this is a great time. And we've also got a new moon that I'll talk about in a minute. 26th of August to the 23rd of September, Mars conjuncts Mars. This gives you the desire to make a fresh start. And before the 9th, as I said before, you could be full of energy to get things done. If you have things that new ventures that you do want to do, try and do it early in the month. 31st of August to the 3rd of September, Sun conjunct Sun. This is a great time for receiving recognition and approval from other people. It's like you're feeling really happy and other people notice your warm glow. 2nd of September, the full moon is in your 11th house up here, transforming your connections, your friends and your groups. Okay, you might decide to let go of some connections or groups because they no longer fit your lifestyle, or you've got nothing in common or something like that. And that's fine. It's all about changes in that area. 5th of September to the 27th of September, Mercury in your 6th house. Now you see Mercury goes 5th, 6th and 7th. So a lot of activity with communications this month. With Mercury here in the 6th house, thinking, reading, communications about work and your health and well-being. 5th of September to the 2nd of October, Venus in your 4th house of home and family. It's a great time for making peace in the family, a very harmonious time. You could also make your house more beautiful and more comfortable. You may want to invite friends over and socialise. Would be lovely for that. 17th of September, new moon in your 5th house as well. New moons bring new beginnings. This could be the start of a new romance. It could be the start of a creative new venture or new project, okay? Or something where you're socialising and maybe even frittering your time away on sort of amusements and things like that. Leisure and pleasure, it's all about here in this house. 21st of September to the 22nd of October, Sun in your 6th house of health, work and well-being. You could be very happy at work, something happens, and there's some other influences later that I'll mention around your work, but very positive for work this month for you, dear Taurus. Okay, doing your best work. Actually, you might have some brilliant flashes of insight on how to do things in a different way. 26th of September to the 27th of October, Mercury moves into your 7th house of partnerships. It's also the house of legalities and actually open enemies. But it's more likely if you're married or got a partner, a significant other, it's more likely that you'll have a lot of discussions about business, or perhaps if you're married, your marriage or your relationship. And you could be seeking advice from other people, particularly professionals. 20th of September to the 1st of October, Mars squares Saturn. Okay, so in this 8 or 9 days, you could be sort of feeling a bit frustrated. It's like you want to break free of limitations, but there's something blocking you. You could be feeling very sensitive, so it's just for a time. So work alone and be patient, because this time will pass and things will improve. And at the same time, we have from the 24th of 9th to the 2nd of October, Mars squares Venus. It's like you've got these strong amorous desires, strong passions, but they're hard to fulfill. So tensions could erupt in relationships, and especially if one person gives more than the other person, okay? If the relationship's not in balance, okay? There could be a few conflicts there. 25th of September to the 20th of October, Jupiter conjuncts your MC. Okay, your MC, that stands for medium coli. This is very, very good. And it's about fortunate events occurring in your career changes, promotions, new job, more money. Any restrictions in your work seem to ease and things improve. It's a great time to take action now to make the most of these opportunities. You'll find alternative solutions to problems at work, and as I said before, you might actually get a new job if that's what you're looking for. Okay, so that's your horoscope, but now what I'm going to do is close my eyes and see what I can see for you, terrific Taurus, in the month of September. What do I see? Right, straight in front of me here, just sort of veering to the right a little bit, is a travelator. You just got to take one step and you're on that, and it carries you along. You don't even have to walk. You know, like in the airports, you've got those moving walkways. That's what a travelator is. I think they're called different things in different countries. And so you take one action step And when I say that, I get a little bit of fear or anxiety. You might be nervous. You're worried about your security, obviously, being a Taurian. You like to be stable. So there's some, yes, there is some risk here, and yes, that could bring anxiety, but you take one action step and then you get carried along by all of this energy, which is going your way. It's to the right, so it could be involving your thinking, a man or a masculine energy, and it could be more analytical, just slightly more analytical than what you're currently doing. It could also mean that it's right for you because it's just slightly to the right. So it's just like tweaking your direction a little bit. There's a whole pile of gold in front of me, just flashed up. That's always a good sign. It's a high vibrational energy. There's lots of flowers here. Deal with your fears about change because I can see these flowers in window boxes and then the gold's on the other side of that. And so, yeah, you could earn more money here. But it also means spiritually, taking a step forward, taking a bit of a risk. Of course, you need to research and check everything, of course. But this could really pay off very well for you, okay? So it's a great month for really thinking about your work and taking a step up with regard to work. Okay, that's all I've got for you this month. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to leave me a comment. I love to answer your comments. Liking and sharing this video would really help me out too. Okay, but most importantly, dear Taurians, don't forget to have a wonderful month and an insightful month this month. Okay, good. Thanks very much, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.